When I think about Helen Drinan, extraordinary, powerful, strategic leader comes to mind.
Helen is absolutely dynamic. She is highly ethical.
I first met Helen when she was a senior executive at a neighboring health system. And she was just the most unbelievably principled, tenacious champion of doing what was right.
The first time I met Helen Drinan was at a reception to introduce Helen Drinan to the Simmons community. And Helen was introduced and started talking about where she had worked before. Helen worked for someone who was a serial sexual harasser. Helen was the one who spoke up and changed everything. This was a leader, and I was so proud to think that Helen Drinan was going to be the president of Simmons.
I first met Helen at a very difficult time that the organization was going through. I expected her to be very stern and intimidating and very directive. But when I actually met her, she was warm, she was down to earth, it was very reassuring. And then I found her to be that way for the 10 years that we worked together.
Helen has a huge vision. I mean, Simmons grew from a college to a university. Simmons Leadership Conference is now brought to us under the auspices of the Simmons Institute for Inclusive Leadership.
Helen had this grand idea to re-leverage our real estate for the benefit of both building a unified campus as well as building a new science center. Now, oftentimes you meet people who can be very visionary, but they never managed to roll up their sleeves and get into the weeds. She rolled up her sleeves, she started running the numbers, she started consulting with people, she started running a process. Helen is on the way to realizing this plan for Simmons.
She recognized very early that Simmons had some incredible jewel programs academically, and she took them national by bringing them online. And how prescient was that in this day and age?
She's been a remarkable individual in helping the community, such as projects like Daily Field, in creating a place for her college while also giving back to the community, and certainly investing so much of her time in making sure that not only the graduates of her college want to be successful, but they know where they came from and they were educated right here in the city of Boston. And I want to thank Helen for that.
I'm so proud to follow in her steps and look forward to calling upon Helen until she tells me not to call anymore because her leadership is so wise.
We love you, Helen. Thank you.
I thank you for everything. You left us a stronger place than you found us.
Helen, when I think of you and Simmons University, first thing that comes to mind is a match made in heaven. And I just wish you all the best in your new chapter.
Thank you. I wish you every good thing.
You deserve the very, very best. Congratulations on all that you've accomplished.